time where no matter what the record or the season outlook, a win in this one solves all problems and gets you those valuable bragging rights. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida Atlantic's offense takes the field to start this game off. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Turning it on! And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Well, this offense watched their opponents struggle in their last game. They knew that there were some places they could try to attack, especially running the football, and they wasted no time. Opening drive, and they generate an explosive play.
Completes it in the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Still some work to do after that last completion. It's second down. Off play action. Rushes on him. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Right on the money. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So FIU's offense has its first opportunity of the day. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Complete to the right. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. FIU set up with another first down. They're going to run it. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Panthers.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And right down the middle. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Off play action on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Fires downfield. On target to the left. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Finds his target down the middle. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on third and goal. And they will score! Touchdown, Florida Atlantic!
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Now on first and 10 from the 27. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Crane. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. On the move. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. He'll go to the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders. Touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Moving out of the pocket. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Gets it out fast. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. They go to the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
I like the idea of going draw there. You're trying to sell pass, but you still need to do a better job up front executing those blocks. There's too many one-on-ones where they got beat, and as a result, they suffer a negative play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Cook. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw on 3rd. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Looking to buy time. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Florida Atlantic will send the punt unit onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating.
Oh, he's got some space. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Alert, alert, right? Quarterback under center. You're thinking quarterback sneak on short yardage. Defensive lineman, great job. You got to get that penetration. You just can't let him go straight downhill. Make that thing bow. And I always love how you see guys diving over the top. Great effort by the defense. Great stop.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Here's a heat. Got it in the middle. It's Irvin. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Can't get him to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Owls have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some crease.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Starting to feel a little pressure. Complete to the left. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. pocket breaking down. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And the Owls had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They want to run it left here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Makes the grab. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so simple.
Brings him to the open. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. They go back to work in the final period of this one. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who've starred through the first 3 periods. FIU set up with another 1st down. Quick release on the RPO. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Cook. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Panthers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Cook. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. He leaves it with his back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. The Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. It's Irvin. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you hear people talk about the 4-minute offense all the time in football. What does that mean? That means you're getting first downs, running the clock, and just right now physically dominating up front. Nice job by this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Owls! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
FIU pushing tempo. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
The defense was not fooled. 3rd and 1 situation, everybody in the stadium expecting run. The offense trying to get a little cute, trying to take a shot, and it blows up in their face. Nice job by the defense.
He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air on 2nd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's Card. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Gives it on the option. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And the Owls back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. No step. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field, like